here I am, in the dark, alone, no idea which direction to go. Oh boy. Hey, everybody, MntDewMani here, and welcome back to Vox Populi Diamond, and it is time once again for my Redneck Rant, and if you're keeping up, and I sincerely hope you are, we are on the letter D. Any idea what D stands for? D is for directions, I think. Let's talk about directions. Um, so right here, I need to pick a direction to go. So what do you do? Well, this is kind of like life, isn't it, guys? I think from the time you are an itty bitty thing to you are a very old thing on this earth, we, I think, unconsciously make probably two or three, I don't know what the number is. If I happen to think, I'll look it up and I'll put it right here in an annotation or something right here. And like I said, we do a lot of these unconsciously. We don't think about it. We choose left or right because something outside ourselves forces us to or helps us make that choice. And we think this way looks better because it's smoother, so we go in that direction. Or we look over here and all of our friends from school are going, all of them are going in this direction, so we don't want to feel left out because we're all alone now, so we go off in the same direction that they are going in. Not because we like that direction any better than any of these other directions, but that's where everybody's going, and everybody must be right because they're my friends and they wouldn't lead me in the wrong direction. So I want to go in the direction that everybody else is going in. Okay. Um, but as we get older, we don't want to go in the same direction as our parents or our friends. We're a little older now, we're more independent. We want to go in our own direction. But we haven't got a clue what that is. So you're right back in the same spot again, going around in circles. What direction do I go? I mean, I want to be successful in life, right? I mean, that's why I made all these other choices back here in which direction to go because I wanted to get to this point and I knew what my direction was. I was going to be um, a doctor just like my mom, dad, grandfather, great grandfather, my cousin's brother, sister in law, and that's the direction that I'm planning on going. And now I get to the point where I'm supposed to go in that main direction, and I don't know if that's the direction I want to go. But I can't go in another direction. Everybody's counting on me to go in this direction. Al Bernstein said, success is often the result of taking a misstep in the right direction. You know, it's absolutely wonderful that your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your dog's cousin, sister's brother-in-law were all doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs, and they fully expect you to go in the same direction they did. The path is laid out for you. You do this, this, and this. The decisions are made. Why bother going against the crowd in a whole opposite direction when your whole little universe is going in this direction and you just follow right along? And it's easy to go in that direction, and there are plenty of people to give you advice on how to go in that direction and what you should do when you get to the next spot to keep going forward. But you just don't want to take that step, do you? You don't want to go in that direction. You know what? I want to be a writer. I want to go in that direction. Oh, no, 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 says everybody that's important in your life. You can't go in that direction because that direction is unknown. This direction is known. because your forefathers have went down this direction for the last 10,000 years, and this is the only direction that we know, and you are by God going to go in the same direction we did because that's what's expected of you. Yeah, but I like that direction. No, you can't go in that direction. Well, why not? Well, because. How many? Raise your hand if you're sitting there nodding along with me. Put in the comments. You have had this conversation, or you have heard this conversation with an older sibling, or with yourselves, or you've been part of it somehow. Because I can pretty much guarantee that all of you have, and if you haven't, you will soon as you get into high school or get closer to graduation. What direction are you going? Okay. Um, and it might be that might be your destination up there. Okay. But you're not going to reach it overnight. Okay. Um, Jim Rohn said you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. You know what? Your destination might be a brain surgeon or doctor or lawyer, but that does not mean that you have to go in this direction. You might go off in here and in a whole new thing just for a while, you know? And eventually you'll get back. It might lead you right back to that destination. You don't know. But there will come a time in everybody's life, and it will happen several times. You're going to come to the crossroads, and you're going to look, and there's going to be several different directions that you're going to have to pick from. Now, depending on what kind of family you're from, you're either going to get a lot of encouragement to go in any one of these directions that you want to go in, and as long as you're happy. You might be from one of the families, well, everybody in this family has went in this one direction for the last 10,000 years, and you are going to go in that direction. So, or you got some, well, we don't really care which direction you go in. It's up to you. And then, unfortunately, there are people, I could give a crap which direction you go in, and why the hell are you asking me? There's a direction for everybody, guaranteed. It's the problem about direction is good or bad. Dan Rather said, once the herd starts moving in one direction, it's very hard to turn it, even slightly. And that's true if you're in a one-person herd. Sometimes you get going in a direction, and it's hard to swim upstream, isn't it? Because the flow is going in this direction, and it's hard to get back up and change directions again. Because it's just, the current's just sweeping you right along. And you might not even like this direction. Maybe I don't like this direction. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's scary. Maybe I don't like the color of the grass in this direction. I want to go back and try the other direction. Well, it's too late now. You're here. Decision time's over. Here it is, the whole big wide world, and you can't go back. Oh, no, no, no. You got to keep going forward. One direction, that's it. Well, I don't like any of these directions. Well, you better pick one. What, are you going to just sit here on the bank forever? Go somewhere. Do something. How many of y'all heard that? How many of you are in the position now that you are getting ready to graduate school, high school or college, or you in between jobs, and it's time to pick another direction, and you haven't got a clue, and it is scary. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be in kindergarten trying to figure out which direction to run and play, or you can be in high school getting ready to graduate and figure out which direction you're going to go in life, or changing jobs and figuring out which direction to go to provide for your family, and it's still scary, isn't it? It's scary picking that direction to go. it's, but you got to pick one. You know what I'm saying? And don't back down from picking. Even if it's the wrong direction, eventually you can swing it around. You know what I'm saying? Um, Douglas MacArthur said, "We are not retreating. We are advancing in another direction." Never think that you are quitting, okay? You might want to go in that direction, and oh my God, it gets hard. You fight every fight, and you go up every hill, and they just seem to get steeper, and the battle gets harder. But you're not going to quit. You might back down the hill and go in another direction around it and tackle the problem from another side, or with a couple more friends, or with a little bit of more education. But you're not retreating. Never retreat. Never go back. You only go forward. Okay? And it's, like I said, it's scary. It's scary picking that direction. What if it's not the right direction? What if I just go on and on and on, and all it is this vast big ocean, and I never get anywhere? All I do is just swim. Honey, that's life right there. There are no guarantees that if I go in this one straight direction and I do everything I'm supposed to do, I build the right boat and I paddle it the right direction, that I'm going to get where I think I'm supposed to be. Okay? And time's creeping, isn't it? And we start panicking. Oh God, I'm supposed to be way over there in that direction, and I haven't even started yet. What am I supposed to do? Oh well, I just give up. No, don't give up. We all flounder around. We all get lost. We all lose our direction every now and again. I told this to my daughter when she moved out on her own about a year ago. I said, you make you a list, okay, of things you want to accomplish in 6 months, in a year, 5 years, 10 years. That's the direction that you go. You might have to zigzag a little this way to get there. You might have to zigzag a little bit this way to get there. But that is the direction, okay? And if you are getting ready to give some advice to your kids, or a friend asks you, man, I don't know what to do. What are you going to do? Remember this, if you will. There is a big difference between giving directions and giving direction. There we go, guys. The sun is setting on another beautiful day on Vox Populi Diamond. And D was for direction. And I hope you enjoyed my little rant today. And if you're having trouble picking a direction, tell me about it. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, this is MntDewMania, and I am live and well. Vox Populi Diamond. Huge shout out as always to Vox Populi and Latin Goddess and Zombie Mode, all the great staff here. This is my home away from home, and I love it here. And thanks for letting me and a lot of us do videos. It's wonderful. So a huge thank you, and a huge thank you to the guys that you guys that come back again and again and to watch my little rants. And if you ever have a suggestion for a letter, leave it in the comments below. Would love to hear about it. Okay? I am so out of here. Later, guys.